So when you're serving and you're with your brothers and sisters out there, like, do you guys have these kind of real conversations?
We do. So like in my shop with the people that I work with, we sit there. We have the TV going on in the office while the election, like while the states were counting and everything like that, and just kind of had some raw conversations, like, you know, uniform off. I mean, just because you're in uniform doesn't mean you can't have an opinion, because
Right.
you know everyone's gonna have an opinion, but it's a little bit more tailored towards to be on the cleaner side, like off social media, because social media is a big thing. So
Hmm.
they don't want you to go on there and slander your POTUS or future POTUS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in my office and the people that I work with, like we had those conversations and kind of like those what if scenarios. I kind of had a couple people talk to me about some conspiracy theories about
Oh,
about
was it
Biden
Andy?
and
Yeah.
no. About
Nah, they got
Biden.
more insight than I do. They in there.
But and I'm sitting there, and I like to give everyone like the benefit of doubt, just to listen to them, because it is an open-ended conversation, and I just don't want to say my piece and then they close their ears or look the other way. So I got to listen
Right.
to these theories and stuff like that. But once you hear something a couple of times, the stuff starts seeming a little real. But
What
at that
do
point,
is there any way that they monitor that from you guys, like conversations? Do they like rather you not have those conversations? Like, I wonder what that's like. Like, do you guys ever
it's
feel like you can't have those conversations?
I feel like some people do feel that way, just because of they feel like the uniform is blocking them from having an opinion or some type of personality.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm an extremely vocal person. Like, I mean, all most Jamesons are extremely vocal. So if I don't like something, I'm gonna say I don't like something. If I do like something, I'm gonna say I like it. But I feel like my opinion matters, and it should matter, regardless if you agree with me or not, because my opinion is not fact.
Is there any
So
retaliation at all sometimes by being vocal?
there can be, like, depending on how you go about it, because if you go and you start slandering everybody, and you start crossing between other people's beliefs and making them feel a certain way, then
Right.
um, the world is not as tough as it used to be when it comes to certain topics.
Mm.
And other people that have been in the military before me, they'll say that the military is not what it is before, like when it comes to people's sensitivities. So that's brought into effect more, especially in the workplace. I mean, you guys see it in the workplace.
Yeah.
If you want to tell somebody they're doing a bad job, you got to think about 5 different ways or 15 different ways you got to tell them.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Unless you're a direct person, like, and you're going to them and say, "Hey, you're doing a crappy job," but you got to think about what they're going through, what their families might be going through, different situations that might be affecting them. So when we have these kind of conversations, or any conversations that are raw at all, then it's kind of like the same thing. You got to factor in what people stand for and what they believe.
Man,
So,
that's wild. That's a good
no.
topic.
Yeah, man. Such a PC answer. No,
He was
not like
giving us a little bit. He was.
no,
I liked it. There was some balance
I,
in there. He
no.
was
There
Trying to
yeah,
reading
was.
between the
there was
lines.
balance in there.
He
Yeah.
He's
did
trying to
at
keep his
least.
job, Jesse.
I know.
He
You know
trying to
what?
keep getting free food every November
And,
11th.
and public affairs, I'll be looking at this and be like, did he say what he's supposed to say?
Hey, do they really be watching
I,
like that though?
no, no.
Oh, I was about to say they hey, subscribe
Mo-
public affairs.
most most mo- most most of the time when people get in trouble, it's because they go on Facebook and they're like, "Man, forget this, forget that.
Mm,
I don't like this, I don't like this. And if you think this, then you're this." And then so